Hello. So yes, checking in with section 4 and 5 of Dlrympl Goes Wrong, where in section 5 he robs a house. He's going along. He pockets a bunch of stuff. He gets back to his thing, and he almost like wishes he had a wife, which I guess is to like kind of share some of the stuff. The section before is the more philosophical of it. Like, what will it all do to me, he thought with a persistent weariness. Will it take the color out of life with the honor? Will it scatter my courage and dull my mind, despiritualize me completely? Does it mean eventual barrenness, eventual remorse, failure? And then, he has a flash of anger. Other men who broke the laws of justice and charity lied to all the world. He, at any rate, would not lie to himself. And, he says he's a new kind of rebel, not a Byronic one, not a philosophical one, but a new psychological rebel of his own century, defying the sentimental a priori forms of his own mind. Happiness was what he wanted, a slowly rising scale of gratifications of the normal appetites, and he had a strong conviction that the materials, if not the inspiration of happiness, could be bought with money. So it is that thing of, where's happiness now? Happiness can be bought with money. And so stealing and taking stuff is a good way of doing that, which is when in the section 5, he goes, "The moon is down. I have not heard the clock." Him going off, breaking into a house, stealing from stuff people are sleeping in their beds. Like if they wake up, what would he do? Probably nothing good. He has a knife. He has a knife in his thing. But it's interesting how a lot of this gets framed as, well, he was a soldier creeping around, and he had like a billion people behind it. Like he had a ton of people behind him encouraging this. Now he is completely alone. He is alone in this march. And just sort of the thing of like, as a soldier, you have to be certain. You can't waver. You can't waver between 2 points, or so. And there's a thing of the machine gun episode had taught him that, don't have preset ideas for a campaign. Just go in and react and react and react, and just don't think about it. So it's very much like him as a thief. Is very much, he's like, I'm just using my soldier abilities, which really makes me think of Fitzgerald as being like one of the story, Dlrympl Goes Wrong, is very much kind of a hard-boiled, it's a crime story. There's the hard-boiled detective, but there's just also the hunter, what the hell, just, following a criminal. And it's like, these are the stories like that came out in World War II. Those men coming home and having all these skills. Some of them becoming detectives, some of them becoming just straight out criminals. But it's like these are still soldiers. That that's the backdrop of it. There is a thing of him found soft garments, women's lingerie. The corners of his mouth smiled mechanically, which is just like, oh, Dlrympl is fucking creepy. Very creepy. It's the mechanical smile. It's not like it's like there's something very human about it. Yeah, he goes through all the stuff. He enumerates what he has, and strictly is the stuff, with a vague inopportune wish that he were married. He fell into a deep sleep about 5:30 because he's all revved up after having done this, yeah, and it was like he's racing through, and hyper here and there, we're racing through his life, past and future, through fear and laughter, and then falling into sleep, wishing with an inopportune thought that he was married, which is like, still wants a connection, still would like human company in a way. So yeah, that is Dlrympl Goes Wrong, which has got some interesting stuff in it. It's not quite connecting, but it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. All right, I will leave it there. More videos later.